Hello, everybody. Welcome. What a beautiful day it is. Thanks for joining me. My name's David. I'm coming from my school, Mindful Kung Fu, here in Santa Clarita. And what a lovely, lovely day it is. Thanks for being here. So, today's video is going to be called Energy is Connected. Now, that's important because when we look out into the world through our eyes, it certainly looks like everything's separate. But energetically, everything is connected. Let me explain. So, when I do my Qigong with my students, I let them know that what happened is we're not just breathing in and breathing out. Just like for those of you who do meditation, you're not just letting go of your mind and then somehow just relaxing and breathing. Believe it or not, there's more going on. So as I breathe in and out here, I'm searching and seeking. Now, we're very familiar with that word seeking for physical things, seeking for relationships, seeking for objects. But in this case, we're seeking for something else, something that we know is there, that must be there, that we're trying to find based on how we feel and based on relaxing into it, allowing and letting go. So we hear the idea of letting go, but I want to add a little to it. When you let go, something is always underneath. You live in a world where you have to connect. It's so important to understand this. There's no such thing as David. There's no such thing as just me. I'm here, a separate being in this world. Energetically, which I'm way more energy than this body, even this body, I can follow it all the way to Virginia. Everything's connected. Everything moves into something else and everything's connected. There's nothing that's not connected. So the more we understand that, the more you realize that we have no choice but to connect. Now it's just a matter of what are we connecting to? Are we connecting to what we call the ego's idea, which is always dissonance, lots and lots of resistance, or the Holy Spirit, or the inner child, or the inner being, or whatever you want to call it for yourself? That idea, which is always flow and connection. We talk about, like the last video, with frequency. That's it. Once you understand you're always connected to something, there is no me, I'm hiding. Trust me, your mind is open and all is being revealed and all is being seen. There's no hiding. We can seem to hide, but we're like open books. Energy cannot hide, it is connected. So as we breathe, I say, find that part of you that is there, that wholeness of all that you are, and you match it. There's a feeling of matching that part, allowing that part, breathing out, and finding and seeking that broader perspective of who you are. Look, I know nothing. I can't see anything except what I'm looking at. I know absolutely nothing. The broader perspective that has become the universe that was once me knows everything, knows where everything is. It has taken on the broader perspective of me, and we flow together. But like we said in the last video, we can only flow together if I'm on the right frequency. So if I'm serving that broader perspective on the frequency of the higher self, then yes, we're going to flow together really well. But if I'm serving what we would call that ego, that separate self, the body mind, then I'm not going to be able to serve this side. Jesus said you can't serve two masters. You can't be moved on two frequencies at the same time. So the more that we recognize that it must be there, and I recommend that for your meditation, don't just let go and breathe. Recognize that you're trying to align, you're trying to calibrate to your higher self. That must be underneath, that higher perspective, that broader perspective of who you are. And as you breathe into it, find it, seek it. Where are you? How can I relax back into you? That's what that idea of relax into the Father, that, put your head on his bosom, right? We've heard these ideas before, these concepts. That's what's happening. I'm letting go and I'm resting with the Father. That's why it's important to see the Son and the Father at first until they become one, or the limited self and the broader perspective until it becomes the one I am. Different ways of saying this, but all the same stuff. As we separate out into that world, we need to be able to stop and align back to the bigger perspective of who we are. But if we think it's just us, oh, I'm just breathing or I'm just relaxing and I'm here and I'm there, we're going to miss the whole thing. We need to understand that there is a set frequency, a set part of us that is always, always, always there. It doesn't change. That way we can match it. That way we can seek it. That way we can find it. And that way we can feel it. So as you're in meditation, breathe in, and as you breathe out, relax into the higher perspective. Relax into your Father's lap. Relax on your Father's bosom. You see, let it take you. Let it hold you. Let it love you. See, the reason we feel unworthy is because we feel separate. We believe we're doing everything. We forget who we are. We forget that there is a bigger part of us that wants to love us and appreciate us and bring us together. That part of us already connected. We're the drop of water, it's the ocean. And as we relax into the ocean of who we are and we remember, who I am, now all the resistance will settle and let go. And now, as they say, the tea leaves will move or melt into the water and become one. Settle my tea leaves, you see. And now there's a feeling of becoming one with Source, one with the essence of God, one with all that we are. Relax. And that's what relaxing is. It's not just a body relaxing, it's a soul relaxing back into itself, moving back to the frequency of love. I mean, how much better is that? So, as that meditation, sit, breathe. Every time I breathe out, I relax into my Father. I breathe in, I breathe out, I relax back into who I am. And I allow that frequency to shift through my meditation. And then the body will feel it. The mind will slow down. It will just naturally slow down on its own because a lower frequency always has higher mind activity. And a higher frequency always has lower mind activity because the mind on a lower frequency is very disconnected. It's very like this. It's very fragmented. But as you move onto a higher frequency, all that fragmentation moves and flows together, and the mind slows down and it starts moving in the present moment. It's amazing how much of this is just switching frequency and becoming a master at it. But that idea of meditation, of relaxing, allowing, moving back into who you are, through breathing, through understanding, through recognizing yourself, your worthy self right there with you. Feel it, seek it, ask it to come into your life. Trust me, it will reveal itself, and you will know for fact it is there. He is there. She is there. Whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. That perspective is there. And as you match it, either through breathing, relaxing, maybe through Qigong, as I breathe out, breathe back in, breathe out, I'm just matching it. I'm seeking it. I'm looking for it. I'm finding it. I'm closing my eyes. I'm becoming one with it to the best of my ability. But there's never a moment where it's just me relaxing. I'm always in a place of seeking, of matching, of finding, of flowing, of what I know is always, always there. Just like the frequency on our radio station. I might not be able to hear all the music that's going on in the world, but I know it's there. There's much more in this invisible realm that we know. Don't make the mistake of thinking it's not there. It is set up perfectly, and it is there. And the more we sit in this moment, in this present moment, even with an active mind, and we know and we seek for what we know is there, it will seek us as well. And as we find it, and it finds us, whatever that means to you, the mind will show you by slowing down, becoming one. The breath will show you by relaxing and becoming one. The breath will connect. The body will connect as that frequency ensues. That's what Qigong, that's what Tai Chi is. Everything connects because we move to a different frequency. That's what meditation is, as you turn off the outside world of separation where the eyes only see separate. And you go inside to the one self. Seek it, know it's there. Find it, flow with it. Oh, it feels so good. And feel your love. That's what love is. It wants to love you. It wants to flow with you. It wants to join you. We are about connection, not separation. And the more you recognize, in order to connect, it must be there. The frequency must be there. The higher perspective must always be there. Then you will know you are walking around with God next to you all the time. And all you have to do is just look in that direction, align with it, and allow it in. And you will know by how you feel. Positive emotion always elicits connection, and negative emotion always elicits disconnection. Search for positivity, search for the feeling of goodness, and always, always search for the feeling of connection. I hope this helps. And as always, my love and my unconditional appreciation. Thank you, and go forth and share your light and love with all of our wonderful brothers and sisters.